Traveling as a black person can be unpredictable. Sometimes you step off the plane and immediately feel at home, welcomed by locals who are genuinely curious and respectful. Other times, it's the opposite. Cold stares, uncomfortable whispers, or even outright hostility. It's an experience that can change from one street to the next, one city to another, or even one neighborhood to the one right next door. You might think you know the most welcoming countries for black travelers, but some of these might completely shock you. Whether you're planning a vacation or looking to move abroad, finding a place where you feel safe and accepted is a top priority. But what if the places you expect to be the most welcoming aren't, and the ones you wouldn't even consider are actually some of the most accepting? Traveling while black can be an emotional rollercoaster. Sometimes it's a beautiful experience filled with open arms and warm smiles. Other times it's uncomfortable, isolating, and even dangerous. My name's Mitch from Explorer, and today we're breaking down the top 10 countries where black travelers are not just accepted, but genuinely embraced. Some of these destinations will absolutely defy your expectations, so get ready to rethink what you know about traveling while black. Ready to get started? Let's go. Number 10, Ghana. Ghana is often called the gateway to Africa for a reason. For many black Americans, stepping onto Ghanaian soil feels like coming home. There's a sense of belonging here that's hard to find anywhere else. The country's rich cultural heritage, deep-rooted history, and the warmth of its people make it an unforgettable experience. You don't just visit Ghana, you become a part of it. One traveler shared their story of arriving in Accra for the first time, feeling a bit anxious about how they would be received. As they stepped out of the airport, a local greeted them with a warm smile and called them family. That one word, family, instantly put them at ease, setting the tone for the entire trip. It wasn't just a one-time thing either. Throughout their stay, they were welcomed with open arms, whether it was at a local market, a street food stall, or even while touring the historical Cape Coast Castle. Speaking of places to visit, Accra is a vibrant hub of culture and life. From the bustling streets of Osu to the historical depth of the W.E.B. Du Bois Centre, the city offers a powerful connection to both past and present. Then there's Cape Coast Castle and Elmina Castle, somber historic landmarks that hold the stories of the transatlantic slave trade. Visiting these sites is more than just sightseeing, it's a deeply moving experience that leaves a lasting impact. Ghana is also known for its community vibe, with festivals and cultural celebrations happening year-round. One of the most significant is the Year of Return, a powerful gathering that invites the diaspora to reconnect with their roots. It's more than just a festival, it's a movement, a celebration of heritage, and a reminder that Ghana is not just a destination, but a place to reclaim a sense of identity. If you're planning to visit, here's an insider tip. Don't miss the Year of Return celebrations. Whether it's the parades, the drumming sessions, or the communal storytelling, you'll feel genuinely embraced and appreciated. Ghana isn't just a trip, it's a journey back to your roots. Number 9, Jamaica. Jamaica is more than just an island paradise. It's a place where black identity is celebrated with pride. From the rhythmic pulse of reggae to the deep spiritual roots of Rastafarianism, this country's culture is unapologetically Afrocentric. Whether you're exploring the lively streets of Kingston or relaxing on the pristine beaches of Negril, there's an undeniable sense of belonging that surrounds you. Jamaica's rich cultural tapestry weaves together African, European, and indigenous influences, but it's the Afrocentric spirit that truly stands out. Whether it's through the vibrant beats of reggae or the spiritual practices of Rastafarianism, you can feel the connection to African heritage in everyday life. And it's not just in the music, you'll see it in the art, the food, and the way people greet one another with respect and love. If you're planning to visit, Kingston, Montego Bay, and Negril are must-see spots. Kingston's bustling energy, Montego Bay's relaxed vibe, and Negril's breathtaking beaches each offer a unique slice of Jamaican life, and if you time your visit right, you might catch one of the country's famous cultural events, like Emancipation Day or Reggae Sumfest. These celebrations are more than just parties, they're affirmations of identity, resilience, and community. Here's a tip. Don't just stick to the tourist areas. Venture out, meet local artisans and learn about their craft. Whether it's a handmade drum or a piece of Rastafarian art, the stories behind these creations often reveal the deep connection to African roots. In Jamaica, every experience is an opportunity to feel the rhythm of heritage. Now, real quick before we move to number 8, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a new video from us, and also make sure to hit that like button. Number 8, Portugal. Portugal might not be the first place that comes to mind when you think about welcoming countries for black travelers, but it's time to challenge that perception. In recent years, Portugal, especially Lisbon, has become a hub for Afro-Portuguese culture where diversity isn't just acknowledged but celebrated. The vibrant neighbourhoods like Muraria are filled with rich history and a strong sense of community, where you'll find people of African descent who have made this city their home for generations. Lisbon itself is a melting pot where cultures from across the African continent come together. You'll hear it in the music, taste it in the food, and see it in the art that colours the city. And it's not just Lisbon. Cities like Porto and the Algarve are also embracing diversity with open arms. Whether you're sipping coffee at a corner cafe or strolling through a local market, there's a sense that people here genuinely value different backgrounds. One of the best ways to experience this cultural fusion is at the Afro-Lisboa Festival, where music, dance, and food bring the community together. It's a celebration of African heritage right in the heart of Europe, and it draws people from all walks of life. If you're visiting, don't miss it. It's an unforgettable blend of tradition and modernity. For those looking to dive deeper into the Afro-Portuguese community, here's an insider tip. Visit the African market in Lisbon. It's a bustling hub where you can find traditional crafts, foods, and stories from people who call this city home. Whether you're buying handmade jewelry or tasting a new dish, you'll feel the warmth and pride that define this community. Number 7, South Africa. South Africa is a country of contrasts, a place where deep-rooted African traditions coexist with modern multiculturalism. It's one of the most diverse nations on the continent, and for black travelers, it's a destination where heritage and progress intersect. From the bustling urban life of Johannesburg to the breathtaking coastal beauty of Cape Town, South Africa doesn't just welcome you, it embraces you. South Africa's past is a complex tapestry woven from both pain and progress. The legacy of apartheid still casts a long shadow, but what's truly remarkable is how the country continues to evolve, redefining black identity and fostering reconciliation. Johannesburg's vibrant black communities and Cape Town's multicultural streetscapes are living proof of a nation that refuses to be defined solely by its past. If you're planning to visit, Soweto is a must-see. Take a township tour with local guides to understand the area's history and culture firsthand. Robben Island is another essential stop, a powerful reminder of Nelson Mandela's legacy and the fight for freedom. And if you're looking to soak in some natural beauty, Table Mountain's panoramic views will take your breath away. Here's an insider tip. Go beyond the tourist spots and explore with locals who know the community inside out. Their stories will give you a deeper understanding of how far South Africa has come and where it's headed. South Africa is not just a place you visit. It's a place that challenges you, moves you, and ultimately changes you. Number 6, Brazil. Brazil is a country that pulses with energy, rhythm, and cultural fusion, but for black travelers, it's more than just a tropical paradise. It's a place where Afro-Brazilian heritage thrives, especially in Bahia. Known as the Black Heart of Brazil, Bahia's influence is undeniable, blending African traditions with Brazilian culture in a way that feels both historic and modern. One of the most striking things about Brazil is how deeply African culture is woven into the fabric of everyday life. From the pounding rhythms of samba to the sacred rituals of candomblé, you'll find that Afro-Brazilian identity is not just acknowledged but celebrated. Salvador in particular is a city where African roots are proudly on display. You'll hear it in the music, taste it in the food, and see it in the way people move, dancing not just for entertainment but as an expression of heritage. Other must-visit places include Rio de Janeiro, where the energy of Carnival takes over the city, and Recife, with its rich African heritage celebrated through festivals and performances. In Rio, you'll see the Afro-Brazilian influence during Carnival, when dance troupes and drum circles fill the streets with life. Meanwhile, Recife's historic neighbourhoods showcase the blend of African, indigenous, and European cultures that make Brazil so unique. And speaking of Carnival, it's not just a party, it's a cultural explosion. Afro-Brazilian dance troupes dominate the parades, and the music, rooted in African rhythms, is impossible not to move to. You might think it's just for tourists, but it's actually a proud expression of identity for many Brazilians of African descent. Brazil is not just about beaches and parties. It's a celebration of African heritage that resonates in every beat of the drum and every step of the dance. If you're looking for a place where black culture isn't just present, but thriving, Brazil is where you need to be. Number 5, Japan. Japan might not be the first place you think of when it comes to welcoming black travelers. In fact, its relative homogeneity can make it seem like a daunting destination. But here's the unexpected truth. Japan's urban youth culture is increasingly embracing diversity, making it one of the more surprisingly welcoming places on this list. One of the most fascinating aspects of Japan's evolving culture is how cities like Tokyo and Osaka are embracing global influences, particularly from black culture. Walk through the vibrant neighborhoods of Harajuku or Shibuya, and you'll notice something interesting. Fashion trends inspired by hip-hop culture, dance battles in the streets, and even Japanese artists incorporating Afrobeat into their music. It's a fusion that might catch you off guard, but it's real and growing. Tokyo and Osaka are both hubs of this cultural shift. Tokyo's Harajuku district, known for its eclectic fashion, has embraced elements of black street style, from oversized hoodies to patterned head wraps. It's common to see Japanese youth sporting dreadlocks or box braids, not out of mockery, but as a genuine appreciation of black fashion trends. In Osaka, the underground music scene pulsates with hip-hop and jazz influences, with locals actively seeking out connections to black culture. If you're looking to meet others who share your experience, the Black in Japan community is a great resource. They regularly host meetups and social events where you can swap stories, share advice, and feel part of a community. Whether you're traveling or planning to stay longer, connecting with this group can make your time in Japan. Number 4, Poland. Poland might not be the first place you think of when it comes to welcoming black travelers, but the reality may surprise you. While historically perceived as a more homogeneous and conservative country, Poland, especially cities like Warsaw, has been evolving. In recent years, younger generations have embraced diversity, creating a more cosmopolitan atmosphere where cultural exchange is celebrated. Warsaw itself is increasingly becoming a hub for multicultural events and social activism. Anti-racism marches and cultural exchange programs are not uncommon, as more people, especially the younger generation, seek to challenge old prejudices. Krakow and Wrocław are also seeing a shift, with community initiatives aimed at making newcomers feel more at home. There's a palpable sense of change in the air, and the willingness to learn about other cultures is becoming more visible. The rise of cultural movements, art exhibitions celebrating diversity, and public discussions about race are reshaping perceptions. It's clear that Poland is moving toward a more inclusive mindset, particularly in its larger cities. If you're planning to visit, here's an insider tip. Keep an eye out for multicultural festivals, particularly in Warsaw. These events are a great way to meet like-minded people, enjoy international cuisine, and see how communities are evolving. Whether it's a food festival celebrating African cuisine or a public debate on social issues, you'll find opportunities to engage with locals in a positive, open environment. Poland might not have been on your radar before, but it's a place where change is happening and it's worth witnessing firsthand. Number 3, Ireland. Ireland might not be the first place you think of when considering a welcoming destination for black travelers, but the truth is, the country's warmth and friendliness go beyond stereotypes. Dublin, in particular, has transformed into a vibrant, multicultural city where creativity flourishes and people from diverse backgrounds feel right at home. One of the first things you'll notice when you step into a Dublin pub is how people just start talking to you, no matter who you are or where you're from. It's part of the Irish spirit to strike up a conversation, share a story, or offer a bit of advice. A black traveller who recently moved to Dublin recalled how they felt apprehensive about going out alone, but when they stepped into a bustling pub in Temple Bar, locals immediately included them in the conversation, curious about their story and eager to make them feel welcome. They left that night with more friends than they'd ever expected. Dublin's creative scene is another big reason why it's great for black travellers. From poetry slams to live music nights, the city's artistic community is thriving. And it's not just limited to traditional Irish tunes. Black musicians and artists have carved out their own space, infusing Afro-Irish identity into the cultural landscape. It's not uncommon to hear Afrobeat tracks playing alongside folk songs in trendy spots like the Grand Social or the Workman's Club. The city also hosts Afro-Irish music events that celebrate the fusion of cultures. Multicultural parades often take over the streets, showcasing the diverse fabric of modern Ireland. Whether it's a spontaneous dance party in the middle of a square or an organised cultural fair, these events make it clear that Dublin doesn't just tolerate diversity, it embraces it. One spot you absolutely shouldn't miss is the African Cultural Project in Dublin. It's a hub for community connections where you can meet other travellers, artists, and locals who are proud of their multicultural heritage. Whether you're there for a music workshop or just to meet people, you'll find a welcoming environment that feels far from foreign. Ireland's open-hearted attitude and dynamic cultural scene make it a surprisingly great choice for Black travellers looking for a welcoming and inspiring destination. Number 2, New Zealand. New Zealand is a place where natural beauty meets cultural depth, but what makes it truly special for Black travellers is its strong sense of hospitality, rooted in Maori culture. The Maori concept of manakitanga, which means caring for others and showing respect, creates a welcoming atmosphere that's hard to find elsewhere. It's not just about being polite, it's about making people feel valued and included. Cities like Auckland are increasingly diverse, with growing immigrant communities from Africa, the Pacific Islands, and Asia. As a result, you'll find that locals are open-minded and genuinely curious about different backgrounds. Whether you're exploring the bustling food markets or strolling through the artsy neighbourhoods, it's common for strangers to strike up a conversation, sharing their own stories and asking about yours. One of the best parts of visiting New Zealand is seeing how Maori principles influence inclusiveness. It's not just talk, it's visible in community events, cultural practices, and even how people interact with one another. You'll notice that gatherings often include a karakia, prayer, welcoming everyone regardless of where they come from. Whether it's a small town or a big city, this spirit of unity makes you feel safe and valued. Must-visit places include Auckland's War Memorial Museum, where you can learn about Maori traditions and see exhibits that highlight New Zealand's multicultural evolution. The Rotorua Cultural Village offers an immersive experience where you can witness traditional Maori performances and learn about their deep respect for nature and people alike. Here's an insider tip. Make time to visit cultural centres where Maori and African cultures intersect. The Africa Day Festival in Auckland is one such event where you'll find food, dance, and community spirit blending seamlessly. It's a powerful reminder of how different cultures can coexist harmoniously. New Zealand is a place where you're not just a visitor. You're part of a story that's still being written, shaped by diverse voices and guided by values that respect every individual. If you're looking for a place where hospitality is a way of life, New Zealand is where you need to be. Number 1. Iceland. Iceland might seem like an unlikely choice for the most welcoming country for Black travellers. It's often perceived as a cold, homogenous place where outsiders might feel out of place. But here's the truth. Iceland's social openness and strong focus on human rights make it surprisingly inclusive. It's a small country with a big heart, where people value equality and are genuinely curious about different cultures. One Black traveller shared how they initially expected to feel isolated in such a predominantly white country, but that perception was shattered when a group of locals helped them during a sudden snowstorm. After making sure they were safe and warm, the Icelanders invited them to a small gathering at a local cafe. Instead of awkward stares or judgment, they found thoughtful conversations and genuine interest in their story. It wasn't just a rare encounter, it was the norm. Reykjavik, the capital city, is where you'll see Iceland's multicultural side come to life. The city hosts several events that celebrate diversity, like the Reykjavik Multicultural Festival, where immigrants from all over the world showcase their traditions, food, and art. You'll find Icelanders actively participating, not just as spectators, but as allies, wanting to learn and support the growing diversity in their community. One of the reasons Iceland stands out is its commitment to social justice. The country consistently ranks high in global equality indices, and the government actively supports immigrant integration. Community programs help newcomers adjust, and social initiatives promote open dialogues about race and inclusion. It's not just about policies, it's about the people actively practicing these values. If you're visiting, make sure to explore the multicultural side of Reykjavik. The city's cultural centres often host events where people from diverse backgrounds come together to share stories and experiences. Whether it's through art exhibitions, food festivals, or community discussions, you'll feel that Iceland isn't just tolerant, it's genuinely welcoming. Sometimes, our perceptions of travel destinations are shaped by stereotypes that don't hold up in reality. It's easy to assume that a place with little diversity might feel unwelcoming, or that countries known for their progressive values will automatically be inclusive. But, as we've seen from this list, the reality can be far more complex and often surprising. The truth is, it's not just about the country itself, but the communities and individuals you encounter along the way. Some places that seem intimidating at first can turn out to be incredibly warm and accepting. Meanwhile, countries with reputations for diversity might still have areas where Black travellers face challenges. The key is approaching each destination with an open mind and a willingness to engage with the people who call it home. By sharing stories from Black travellers who've found unexpected connections, we hope to challenge assumptions and encourage more adventurous, thoughtful travel. Whether it's dancing in Jamaica, exploring multicultural festivals in Iceland, or sharing stories with locals in Poland, every journey has the potential to reshape your understanding of the world. If you've travelled to any of these places or have your own story to share, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear your experiences. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel insights. See you in the next one.